And so we'll wait and see now. The case gets remanded. The judge has to set a schedule and seek briefs on, the court talked about briefs. Oh, and by the way, the court had a very important sentence in the decision. It said, in distinguishing between public acts and private acts, the one thing you cannot consider is the motive of the president. What is the reason? What's the underlying motive for why he took an action? That was the argument I made, by the way, in the Senate when I argued for President Trump against impeachment. I made the argument that motive is utterly irrelevant. I made that argument in answer to a question asked by Senator Ted Cruz, and that's the statement I made, which CNN totally distorted and said, "Oh, Dershowitz said a president can do whatever he wants. He can kill somebody. He can order a candidate opposing him to be arrested. He can commit, perjury and bribery." I never said anything like that. All I said is that motive doesn't matter. And the Supreme Court today unequivocally ruled that motive can't be considered by the lower court. So the attention will now focus on the lower court, and we will see. We will see how that decision influences the timing of the case. Unlikely that the case can be brought to trial and a verdict reached before the end of the election cycle for November. In fact, it would be a terrible thing if the case was scheduled for trial in October. Talk about October surprise. You have a trial of a man running for president. He has to sit in court every single day. That would be outrageous. And so I would hope that the trial would occur after the election, not before the election. I think the New York trial should have occurred after the election, not before the election. It's pretty clear that the Fulton County, Georgia case will be tried, if at all, after the election because of all the shenanigans involving Fani Willis and her boyfriend.